Girlfriend is angry I left her during our anniversary trip because of her friends. Update, am I the jerk for leaving a vacation I planned for my GF after her friends came along? I decided that I wanted to end this entire relationship. I packed my important belongings, passport, clothes, and arranged with my best friend to crash at his apartment until I can find my own. Usually when small issues happen in a relationship, it ties into a bigger issue of that relationship. The main reason why I decided to break up is because I realized that her friends will always be closer to her than me. Sarah has favored her friends over me and blown off some of our plans for her friends more than once. I was lying to myself for years because I didn't want to face reality yet. I had hoped she would change, but this trip really opened my eyes that I will always be in third place to her. I expressed my feelings multiple times, and Sarah promised she would change, and she didn't. Sarah came home late yesterday. I said I have a lot to get off my chest and I want to get through my notes before she talks or tries to interrupt me. The first question I asked Sarah was how she thought the trip went. She said we all had fun and it was memorable. I shouldn't have to feel like the third wheel in my own relationship, especially on a trip that I planned. My next question was, why did you invite your friends in the first place? You knew this was an anniversary trip for US. She talked about the trip with her friends since the beginning, and they never been to CO. She thought it would be a good idea to allow them to come just so they can have fun in CO with us. I followed up with my lack of knowledge of her friends coming along until days before. It's one thing if they came and did their own activities, but it's another thing that every activity became a group activity. I signed up for a monogamous, not poly relationship. My last question was, did you know that I was going to propose to you? Sarah said she didn't know at all. The thought never occurred to Sarah that I was going to ask. She claimed that she wouldn't have invited her friends to come along if she knew, but I responded that it would ruin the surprise if I told you. Sarah begged me to stay with her and believes we can work everything out. She didn't want me to throw 5 years away after this one bad trip. I listened to her promises to change for years regarding her friends, but nothing happened. I ultimately left Sarah with this: it's clear that there isn't enough room in your heart for your BF and your friends. As much as I love Sarah, I can't stay in a relationship where I'm not respected enough. I left Sarah in the house by herself and I drove off to my friend's place. I'll figure out how to get my name off the lease and I'll plan to get the rest of my belongings. As for the ring, I will return it this weekend. Extended from Ops comments. Part of the reason why she stayed back was that I said I wanted to go home alone and think. I know that couples shouldn't storm off after a fight, but it was kinda important to separate for a bit to gather my thoughts. Also, she didn't ask me if I was still going to propose. She got upset hearing that I was about to, but didn't ask. The fairy tale side of me wishes that it all could have magically been better. Some stuff can be fixed, but I didn't see any progress on Sarah's end to fix things. I said I'll text her when I'm ready to get my things. I have her blocked. I believe that people shouldn't put their friends before their long-term partners. You can have both, but the love between friends and a partner needs to be evenly matched. It would have been terrible of me to make her pick between me and her friends because everyone needs friends and relationships outside of the romantic partner. But not prioritizing the partner isn't good at all. At this point, I'd rather being single and happy than be in a relationship and not feel respected and loved. I have to say that tons of people in this comment section and in my private messages essentially told me to give this relationship another chance because we spent so many years together and we wanted to get married. These people are playing right into the time sunk fallacy. And I think it's because they're afraid of being single, so they often put up with a subpar partner that doesn't fully respect/love them. They are too hopeful that their partner will change, so they wait forever until their dreams come true. I think more people need to learn how to be single. If I find someone I truly love when I'm 60 and get married at that age, then so be it. Final update. Hello everyone. I got my stuff this past weekend from my house. I'm glad I didn't have much stuff or more heavy items. Sarah and I talked a lot about our relationship and what happened during the trip. Sarah said she is going to see a therapist and wanted to become a better GF in the future. I'm not opposed to getting back together years down the road, but I have zero intentions of being those people that are constantly on and off. If life does bring us back together, then so be it. People that do get back together need to spend months/even years apart to actually grow and change. I didn't make any promises to Sarah about the possibility of getting back together because Sarah should change for herself, and not me.